Let's do it. Ow! Welcome back, football fans. We are back for week 10 of the National Football League's 2015 NFL season.
After last week's torture for me, I finally got a win by one game. It all came down to the Chargers-Bears game Monday night, and I picked the Bears. He picked the Chargers. A lot was riding on that game for me. The Bears came through for me. Get ready to get waxed. We have decided that the loser for next week has to let the other individual make them up however we want. Say I lost, Tim gets to do my hair, he gets to pick out my outfits.
I can write dick face on her forehead if I want.
He can do my makeup and write whatever he wants on my face.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Whoever wins that, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
It is, unfortunately, so now the pressure is on. I had an idea this week to change things up a bit. Sometimes, depending on who chooses first, it might influence the decision of the other one. I know Tim's made some good points, and I kind of changed my mind in my head. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna pick that team too. You probably haven't done that, or you won't admit that you have.
No, I'm not a piece of shit like you. I would never.
Okay, let's face it this way. Sometimes I pick a certain team, and you purposely pick the other one just to make it more interesting. So we're not gonna let the other one influence the other. We're gonna write down who we think is gonna win and hold them up at the same time, and figure out. We'll see what happens. Maybe this is a bad idea.
I don't like the idea, but you know, whatever.
Well, I
think it makes it more interesting because then we'll have more different picks if I do it that way.
You don't know. Like, let's see what happens.
Buffalo Bills, New York Jets.
The Bills, you know, they got the win, and I didn't pick them last week, but I hope the Jets defense plays good. They're at home. That's why I'm gonna pick them.
I figured you probably picked the Jets, so I picked the Bills because I look at it as a toss-up. I don't really know who to pick. I mean, I could pick the Jets, but there's upsets every week, so move with the Bills.
Chicago Bears, St. Louis Rams.
Rams at home. They're really good at home, so I'm just gonna go with the home team.
Picking the Rams at home is probably a good idea at this point. They're playing pretty well at home right now, if I'm correct. Not gonna go with the Bears, going with the Rams.
Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers.
I kind of want to pick the Browns. Basically, I know that they lost Ben again, but I think at home Pittsburgh can beat the division rival. The Browns not putting up a whole lot of points as they should be.
Browns last week were my big upset. I thought I was going to look like a genius, and they made me look like a fucking idiot, so I'm not going to pick them.
Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
3, 2, 1. I can't believe I'm actually picking the Cowboys. I'm just going to go with this sort of upset, as you could say, in Tampa Bay. And we've been close to winning the last couple weeks. We've been very close. I think it's going to happen eventually. Come on, Matt Castle.
I feel like you guys are going to be so distraught that, you know, you're 1 week away from Romo coming back. 1 week. Jameis Winston hasn't thrown a pick since, I think, week 4 or week 3 or something like that. So he's playing well. He's looking like, man, he's gonna be a damn good quarterback. They're playing well as a team. They're in every single game. They've struggled at the end of games, and in this particular game, I'll be kind of worried about how they perform in the fourth quarter. Hopefully they perform well. But yeah, I'm going with the Bucs. They're playing well right now.
Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I think most people are going to pick the Packers. Their road trip from hell is finally over.
2-game losing streak.
And the Lions are god-awful. You never know. But I'm going to go with the Packers at home to get back on their feet.
I thought they would get back on their feet last week. I got that pick wrong. Losing 3 straight after having such a great start would be very surprising. Like, I got to go with them. Lions are having a really bad season. That's right. So today's Wednesday?
Yeah.
I thought it was Tuesday all day. Like, literally, I thought it was Tuesday all day long.
That's crazy. When you're stuck in the Fallout world.
You're right. I just want to get this over with so I can go back and play Fallout 4. That's all I care about right now. So I just want to get this shit over with as quick as possible. So the rest of my picks, I'm not going to say shit. I want to get back.
Less time.
Go buy Fallout 4. It's the greatest game of all time.
It'll be less time to edit this video, too, the shorter it is.
No shit.
Carolina Panthers, Tennessee Titans.
Oh, this is. I'm looking forward to this game. I'll say that because I like when two young quarterbacks go out and play each other like that. It gets me excited.
Yep, I'm going with the safe pick, but you know what? The Panthers have impressed me, and the Titans have impressed me too. Mariota He's been playing well.
2 4-touchdown games, I think.
Yeah.
He was out a few weeks, obviously.
But you know what? They're going to be facing a good defense. So, Panthers.
This is just one of those games that, if I sat here and thought, too much about it, I'd have to go with the Panthers. But, I'm just going to make a quick decision and say the Titans are going to lose. I've been picking against the Panthers a lot recently. I'm going to continue it, man. They're going to lose. I'm very impressed with what they're doing, don't get me wrong, but I feel like they're just going to have one of those games where they just play bad. They have a bad week. They have to,
You said Titans are going to lose.
Well, the Panthers are going to lose.
Okay,
If that's true, the Panthers will lose. The Panthers. I'm picking the Titans, man. I just want to get this shit over with as quick as possible. So the rest of my picks, I'm not going to say shit.
Miami Dolphins, Philadelphia Eagles.
This is my my pick where maybe you wouldn't think I was going to pick the Dolphins. I don't know. The Cowboys were this close to beating Philly. In a way, I'm just hoping the Dolphins win. But after the Eagles had a big win last week, I'm hoping they just kind of are thinking too much about that still. And Lamar Miller and Dolphins go in there and have a big game. Sam Bradford is a piece of shit. Happy birthday, you little bitch.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I'm just going to pick it solely on it being in Philly. Dolphins, just like usually a team does, they start out bad, they fire their coach, and they have a few games where they do well, and then they
suck again.
And then they kind of come back down to reality a little bit. So, got to go with Philly. But at the same time, I'm hoping the Dolphins lose. Of course. I mean, the Dolphins win, of course. I'm not going to say shit.
New Orleans Saints, Washington Redskins.
The Redskins are playing a little bit better, despite losing to the.
I wouldn't say
getting their asses whipped by the Patriots.
That game went exactly how I expected.
I just need Drew Brees to continue being a touchdown monster and beat the Redskins, get the job done. The Redskins aren't shit.
I'm at that point of the season where you're just waiting for the season to end. Like, that Patriots game did it for me. And not that I thought we were going to win that
Fuck
game.
this shit, I'm
like,
done.
And I was like so disappointed, but the game went exactly how I expected. And sometimes in a negative way when you're expecting your team to perform a certain way and they pretty much perform that exact way, it's just like, and it's just like, it just tears your soul apart. Although, I'm gonna pick the Redskins probably the rest of the season, just because that's where I'm at. I want to look like a cool fan. I'm gonna win a couple of games, so I'm gonna pick them. I'm saying it right now, I will pick the Redskins the entire rest of the season. I'm saying it right now. Boom.
It's gonna shake.
You put your finger on it. I'm not gonna say shit.
Jacksonville Jaguars, Baltimore Ravens.
Oh. I feel like anyone could win this game. They're both 2-6. But I'm just gonna go with the Ravens. I don't want to put any trust in the Jaguars.
I got this thing going on in my head where the Ravens, obviously, they've gotten past the point where this season is going to be terrible and there's no coming back from it. I feel like they're going to have a really high draft pick and they're probably going to get some badass fucking defensive players who'll be on their team for like the next 12 years. They'll end up benefiting from it and they'll be okay with just having this bad season. Actually, I think I've seen the Jags play more than I've seen the Ravens play this season. And there's been a couple of things that I've been pretty impressed about. A couple young players, the quarterback, the 2 wide receivers, and the running back. The defense is playing, okay, I guess, whatever. But I think they'll win this game. I'm not gonna say shit.
Minnesota Vikings, Oakland Raiders.
Wow. Yeah, the Raiders are impressing me. They're having a decent season for being what they've been the last few years. So I'm going to go with them. They're at home.
More than the last few years, that's for sure.
Yeah. So because I'm picking you, get the damn job done, Raiders.
The Vikings, kind of like the Panthers, I keep on picking against them. I keep on saying, oh, they're going to come back to reality, and they haven't. Like last week, I picked against the Panthers, I picked against the Vikings, and they both won. They're both continuing their great records that they have right now. I'm going to continue the streak, man. The Panthers and Vikings are 2 teams I just do not believe in the NFC. I don't believe in them whatsoever. So I'm going to pick against them. The Raiders are playing well, having a pretty good season for their standards. And I think they'll get the win. In Oakland, correct? I'm not going to say shit.
Kansas City Chiefs, Denver Broncos.
I actually wrote an S on the end of Denver's. Sorry.
After the Broncos' little devastating loss last week, I think they're probably pretty pissed off that their perfect record is now gone. The Chiefs don't impress me anymore. I mean, they almost beat the Broncos week 1? But that was a long time ago. A lot has changed, so Broncos at home.
The Broncos are kind of like the Packers, a much better team at home. Like a lot of teams, definitely they are a great team at home, so it's pretty much near impossible to pick against the Denvers.
Why is that in your head?
It's impossible to pick against the Broncos.
The Denver's Bronco.
I'm not gonna say shit.
New England Patriots, New York Giants.
I want to say I'm picking the Pats this week because it's not the Super Bowl. If it was the Super Bowl, I'd probably pick the Giants at this point. But I want to say something to the Patriots. Everybody hates the Patriots. Have hated them for years. I've never really had a big problem. I was rooting for them in the Super Bowl. Wanted to see Brady get his 4th Super Bowl. I don't have any problem with any of them. Having said that, they pissed me off. Why would you kick an onside? That's the biggest dick move I've ever seen in my entire life, Patriots. You're playing a team that you know you're going to handle them. You're playing at home and you have to fucking kick an onside kick in the first quarter after you just scored a first touchdown on your first drive. You kick an onside. Biggest dick move I've ever seen. Fuck you guys for that.
I hope the Giants don't win. I do think they are capable. This is a game the Giants should lose, and they better lose.
Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks.
You picked the Cards first.
No, completely accident. I don't know why I was.
Seahawks just got off a bye week, so I'm hoping that was enough to rejuvenate them. Cardinals are not as good of a team on the road. Might be a good game.
I'm picking the Seahawks because they're in Seattle, and the Cardinals I just saw a couple weeks ago. I forget who they were playing, but they just laid an enormous egg on the road. In Seattle, it's going to be a real tough game for them. I'm rooting for them because I'm going to be having their defensive fantasy and Carson Palmer in fantasy. I'm going to be rooting for them, but I see Seattle getting this victory.
I have Lynch and Wilson in fantasy.
I don't care! I'm not going to say shit.
Houston Texans, Cincinnati Bengals.
This one's easy. Bengals, what more could they ask for to face the Texans to go 9-0? That's it.
I want to be bold and I want to pick the Texans, but I feel like that would just be stupid at this point. I can't go against the Bengals 2 weeks in a row. That's like 2 dumb fucking picks, 2 dumb losses. Not going to make it happen. I'm not going to let that happen. So I'm going to go Cincinnati. I'm not going to say shit.
Well, I've never waxed anyone before, so this is the first time for both of us, ain't it? I'm scared. I'm probably more scared than you are right
I'm
now.
not even scared.
You ready?
Oh. Yeah, it kind of hurts. But...
Firm pressure.
Ow, that hurts fucking worse. You fucking... Ow! Fuck! Ow! That one fucking hurt, man. I wasn't expecting that. Ow. Because the first one wasn't that bad. How do people get their fucking, like right around their asshole? Fucking... How do people do that? Let's do it. Ow! Why is it hurting worse than...
That's so...
This is a big one.
This is a big one. This is probably the biggest one of them all. This area. It says not to do more than 2 inches at a time, by the way. So, but I've seen videos of the shit. No one ever fucking listens to that. You want a kiss?
No. Ah!
Arm's got to be like a sensitive area.
Ah!
Oh, that one's bleeding. You got a little speck of blood coming out.
You drew fucking blood. Hope you're fucking
Good.
happy.